Nah, nah. I watched Tarzan last night. That shit is alright. I give it like a 7. Give it like a 7. Nah, you can watch that with Shorty. I watched that with Shorty last night. Yeah. See, Shorty ain't watching that. That shit was alright. I thought that shit was gonna be bad. That shit was alright. Yo, you see how what this nigga be doing, pausing and shit? Like, damn, like I could be, like, what the fuck, man? Damn, man. Nah, I'm good. Don't worry about me, man. Fuck out of here. Oh, shit. Huh? Yo, Kadeem, you gotta look at your PlayStation. I stay sending you messages, question mark. I don't know if your shit just be on, you don't be in your room, you be moving around. I stay trying to get some wrecking with you, my nigga. Nah, it's just that I be with Styles and you don't like Styles. Yeah, he is on nigga, man. Oh, yo, Fire, you tell that nigga with that PA situation? Yeah, nigga PA called me out the blue like, yo, cuz, yo, what's up with your man, B? I'm like, what you talking about? He like, nah, this nigga blocked me on Facebook. This nigga's a little bitch ass nigga, B. You know I saved niggas over here. Know what I mean? I made it cool for niggas to walk and all this other crazy shit. Niggas wanted to do him dirty. Niggas wanted to do him dirty. I saved him. I'm like, what you talking about? A nigga like, yeah, I'm talking about your man Styles, man. I'm like, oh man, like, you know, somebody gonna get killed for blocking somebody one day, like, on some dumb shit. Yeah. we don't chill with the nigga, my nigga. You act like that's how nigga from. Yeah. I used to chill with him. Like, I don't think Fire never. Well, I don't think Fire never chill. Nah. I don't think Fire. Yeah, like. Nah. Just cause niggas was click, everybody wasn't like tight like that. You met Champ Fire when you was living on when you was living by in that yellow house. Yeah. Facts. Yeah, but Styles just came along because he saw our wave back in the day. Like he saw our wave, so he was like he just can. Nah, he used to. I'm gonna tell you how Styles started coming around. You know, I remember everything. This nigga started coming around ever since son threw him out the high school window and he fucked up his arm. Yeah, I'm dead ass serious. Fuck, nigga. Then he started coming because he wasn't going to school and he wasn't chilling with them basketball niggas. Cause those was his niggas before us, the basketball niggas. He was like a jumbo, like a Semino nigga, like. We was a hard-headed fucking man bitches doing crazy shit. Yeah, but Styles is a weird nigga. Well, he a good nigga though. But he weird. I be feeling that shit sometimes too. Yo, Mo. Yo, see what I be saying, though? Like, this nigga talk mad shit, get a nigga ready to play, then like, the excitement to go down, cause, my nigga, this nigga, he said he was ready, like, 30, look, this is me continuing again, man. Nigga's a barhead. Remember what happened last nigga called me out. Nigga 50 was tight. I said, yo, I'm about to roll up. That nigga said, oh, nah. Nah, my nigga. See, you used to playing with me, so you gonna have, when you play with a nice nigga, you become nice. It's a fact. Yo, word, you don't dribble. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. I don't dribble. Yeah, do all your little shit. That shit that don't work. Good too if you make it. So if we out.
Discretion is the better part of valor sometimes. Write that one down, game players. Discretion is the better part of valor. Oh, that's a tough.
I got your help, Brian.
When you've got the defense right there.
Good D, y'all.
Really good to knock down shots like that against that kind of defense. That's another miss. Already they missed 3 out of 4 to start.
A three-pointer off the mark.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay. Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that, but almost always deadly.
Cut off that baseline.
6 to shoot. It's Curry outside.
Nah, Curry, you wild, boy.
Really just struggling here in the first 3 minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
The drive by James. Irving with a clean look.
Come on.
Here's Thompson.
And one.
Lots of contact here. Missing the shot. Shoot 2. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup. Old school D right there. Just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them now. And one thing about
Look at that shot. James kicks to Thompson.
first technical home now, that was nice. Real nice.
The agility on this one.
Yeah,
Good day.
power and grace on that finish.
The drive by James. Green with the block. And here we go. Fast break. Barnes has got it.
That's what.
Thompson with the bucket.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition 3 there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
Moving again, it's Curry. A shot's good from Irving. Irving's got his first bucket on this one.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Curry.
So, fuck out of here.
Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And they double up on the goal. To Thompson.
Why would you?
Jefferson, he gets it there. LeBron outside. It's stolen by Green.
That's kick ball on the low.
To the
Like,
paint. Here's Barnes. Fouled down after the assist. Let him in the paint.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense as was displayed right there.
And the Cavaliers with a different look here. Moscow, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Love comes in for Richard Jefferson. McCree's checked in for Smith. And it's Matthew.
how is it charging on a? Wow.
Golden State also making some changes. Spades checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
Just 5 to shoot. And he gets it to go. 55 seconds left in the first quarter. The drive by James. The three. Here's Mozgov. And it's set back by Spades. And the ball travels out of bounds.
There go your voice. I was waiting for you. Say something.
James against Thompson.
I want you to say, damn, good shot, something. When you make a shot, you just quiet.
Who's back up?
What the fuck you talking about? You ain't say nothing. Nah, just now. And you said it bad to me. You like, get the fuck out of here. Like you said it like that. Yo, nigga, you saw that, boy? That nigga aired that.
You're just never safe
We talk about whole lot.
The Cavaliers trailed by 3.
Oh, niggas sleeping on McCray. Come on, Livy.
And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's his first foul. Thompson again against LeBron.
Wow, I didn't even do nothing. I didn't even do nothing. Nah, no.
And here's Curry.
No.
Here's Love. No good on that last second attempt there.
Good day, y'all. All that for what?
Quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Warriors on top, up by 3. Let's take a quick break here, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Either team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Warriors?
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on, racking up those fast break points. And also,
Curry don't want no problems with that boy.
making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, the defensive stop.
Knew that shit was off.
Steph Curry's out there at Barbosa, and it's Barnes in the 3, the small forward. Steph Curry does so many things well.
See how niggas don't want to guard KI?
Yeah, that's a slow start, Kevin, to the year and the turnover department.
Give me that. What's that nigga doing? Yeah, what are you doing? Warm up, boy. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Boy, they really amped up the pressure.
Right on cue. That, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. That's where you and Jamal favor each other. Like y'all niggas just be coming up with anything. Yo, I had to make a sandwich. Yo, I gotta use the bathroom. Yo, my phone. Fuck out of here. And niggas know how I do. Niggas, only reason I ain't talking shit cause Shorty sleep. Like, Shorty was up. Niggas know I be going ham right now. I don't play no games. Oh, that's what makes the game exciting, talking shit. Look at the dump off. Nah. Good shots, go in. Like that. Feel me? Hey, you better stop talking. You can't do what I do. Talk shit and bust ass same time. You gotta concentrate with all your might. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's a lie. That's this nigga is lying. He's lying. Keep looking at Facebook. Why this is broadcast? This broadcast is everything. Fact.
It is so hard to contain. It just seems to get it done however he has to do.
Wow. How you charge Draymond? Fucking monkey.
Does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
Curry, please, man. Please. Good D, y'all. Niggas is trash. Trash.
No question about it, Greg. A ton of contact. A good call by the officials.
The Warriors are on 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And last season, 77% from the line. They usually
Yo, more.
And you know, a lot of times
3 years, 100 million, man.
last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
with the Nike $1 billion deal lifetime.
Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in Hurricane last season. They had finished a successful run with Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And appreciate how difficult it is to come into this situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out his way to empower his players and really give them some
Nigga, commercials, nigga, with the NBA.
his team on the offense.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Andrew Bogut checked in for Festus Ezeli.
Oh, you wildin'.
Comes in. Thompson and Leandro Barbosa.
Excellent ball movement there, guys. And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
It is good. The Cavaliers cut down to just 3 on the bucket from Kerr. Cavaliers have gone 6 and 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Irving again stops up. Shoots from 12. Smith outside. It's stolen by Bogut. And up the
Yeah.
from the Warriors on the break. Curry is leading the charge.
What? What they what you say, Flo?
No telling how long that sequence will turn out to be.
Nah. The NFL got more bread than the NBA. It's just that, and I know what you talk about, Lo. That's when the strike. Yo, more. Yeah, the lockout. Yeah, the lockout. They was about to lock out, but the NBA players get more money. They money's guaranteed than than football. Like they money, NBA players is guaranteed. Like an NFL player, let's say he'll sign $100 million, 5-year $100 million, but only 31 is guaranteed. You only getting that 31 like guaranteed. Like all that other shit, you still got to work for it. Like with NBA. You just got to play out through them years. Now, through them years, let's say you get bad, you could get traded. It's mad funny shit with the NFL. You could get released. It's mad shit. But with the NBA, if them niggas give you a contract, they got to pay you every dime of that contract. Like, that's a fact. Don't matter. That's why Chicago was mad at Derrick Rose, because Derrick Rose was getting like 90s. He was fucking up their money, like. Alright, back to business though. Fake came back off of that. You seen that more, right? What's the score you see right now? Oh yeah, I just hit the 3 on him. Get shit back. McCray.
That's exactly what they're probably going to do here.
That nigga Clay don't be doing that. Oh yeah, Livy. Yeah, Braun on you, boy.
Now Rush. Out to the wing.
Good D, y'all. That's off. Still down.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Cavaliers lead by 1.
Okay, AR.
NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena.
Fucking no light in here, man. Shit high.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams batting hard to the first half.
Take a look at what Curry's done. He's got 10 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc. I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
Been a back and forth game so far with no ground given to the third quarter start here now. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Robert Thompson up front, and it's Jefferson in at the 3 6.
Yo, this nigga made me off my side. Bad time.
He's really done a nice job of reshaping his game over the years. Every veteran goes through losing a little speed and Listen, the great ones compensate by getting stronger and more physical and imposing, not to mention also their basketball IQ grows as well, just as has been the case for
The Cavaliers shooting their fourth and fifth attempts at the free throw line tonight.
If it was on it, they would have got the rebound.
One falls through. And both free throws good for LeBron. Golden State's been drawn to the free corner 11 times tonight, and they out 5 of them. Thompson from long range. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Talking about the strength of LeBron now. We're certainly watching Jordan do this too.
Little nigga, watch out.
They paid a lot of attention to the body as they got older, and thus they became more sculpted. They looked more physical.
exactly. Leaned up and altered their game a bit. Not nearly as high flying, but just as potent and as effective. Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
I'll tell you what, it was a really strong year for the Cavs. 53 wins for the sixth-best market team history. A lot of those wins also came against the West, making it even more impressive.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
Shit, long, man.
Very strong against the West. 18-12 record for them overall, second only to the Hawks.
Against the West from mid-January, going 14-1 in the West in their last 15 matches, and an early 10-game win streak against the West.
And the Warriors with a 5 on the floor. Looking to get it going. And the rejection by Seeley. It's Jefferson outside. They grab their own miss. Takes the three. That's good.
Rugged play from him inside. Decent edge and rebound.
And all that hard work on the boards needs to continue because that potentially may swing the game.
The shot by Spades. Nobody around. Trying to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. James gets to Jefferson. Back to LeBron. Irving from long range. Again, Irving misses.
And there's some terrible shot choices here. Yeah, that's not a good look at all.
The Cavaliers trail by 3 to the middle. The try by Smith. Curling is his goes Irving. 11 points for Smith.
Great unspoken communication between teammates, leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
Now a timeout by Golden State.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
No other way to put it, just a shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
In the corner, it's Jefferson. From deep. Rebounded by Logan. Logan's got 4 rebounds in this game. Barnes kicks to Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State. A shot by Thompson. No one's around. Nailed from three-point land.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report? Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
That's some bullshit, boy.
And it's good.
The defense has not been able to get the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Love comes in for Richard Jefferson. McCray is checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving.
I was trying to go up, nigga. Y'all niggas.
You know, the Cavs had a slow start to last season compared to how everybody thought they would play. Still, it was the best start for Kevin Love in his career. And it ended up being the most winning team he's played on. So there's something about how long he's waited for success.
And there's the feet to Bogut. Green left side. Curry gets to Green. And stolen by Love.
Huh? I don't know.
LeBron James on the way. And they double James. No one here.
Big shot, McCray.
And the shot no good, a bit short. And Love, who would also go on to make his first postseason appearance, played in the first round last year. It was a complete 180 for him.
Ain't no light though. The lights went out. Wow.
Chance to play in the postseason.
Brandon Rush is checked in for the Warriors. Ian Clark comes in for Steph Curry. Up they get again. Second chance shot. Rush hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch late. Rush has got the lead on the 7 down for the Warriors. Shot clock in game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. That deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like a 1-2 punch.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
And that's just the awareness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
James kicks to Delgado. Back to LeBron.
That was hard though. Real life shit.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle. Our fourth quarter watch underway presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Watch the several lineups. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Livingston is out back at the host. That goes Justice is here. And as a respect. And Iguodala.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. They're taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points.
Good day. You can't ask for nothing more.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Jackson is a wide open look. Fans in coming out the assist from Thompson.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Livingston passes to Burgos. Three-pointer. The Cavaliers pull it in. Thompson's got his 8th rebound here tonight. From Iguodala. And again, no good by Golden State. The Cavaliers lead by 3. Irving drives in. And it's Spates with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
You know, guys, if he does his work early, he knows when he gets in a good position, his size gives him a big edge on the play.
Smith kicks the muzzle.
Damn.
That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Golden State. Andrew Bogut checked in for Festus Ezeli. Barnes comes in for 3 Spates. And Steph Curry subbed in for Leandro Rose.
No foul though.
Here's Barnes. Up and in now.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you better off sending it to the
Oh.
get that good look.
stupid little boy. Stupid little nigga.
Got a piece of it. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 4 field since we started the final quarter of play. As to Johnson.
The pass.
Mozgov dishes to
Yo!
Smith. With the steal.
Oh, I wanted that.
Curry on the assist by both.
Yeah, Bron, I see you.
15 points for Steph Curry. And breaking down some numbers here for the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys. More than a
playing game space, getting out in transition, every opportunity. You see the passion, the love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares to work at that, the way they interact with his team. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team.
No.
Getting our shot on the perimeter, he told them, we've got to close out faster on the outside shooters.
Oh.
Threes are killing us.
Oh. Oh.
And there's a call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul. Stolen by Thompson.
Yeah, first turnover of the game. He's been rock solid.
Curry passes to Thompson.
That's all.
There's the three.
Good D, y'all. Laid that nigga. Yeah, K.I. Yeah, K.I. Give me that. Oh! Put these niggas to bed. Fuck out of here.
exactly how you want to do it.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, I'm giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
When the game's hanging in the balance, that makes it a little different. You're going to get to the rim no matter who's standing in the way now.
Oh my God. Here we go. Get on your man. Good D, AR. Yeah, oh. Finish him. Ha! Give it back. Oh my God, how they catch that. We see him. Damn, man. Alright, come on, Bron.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down.
No pressure. Oh, they wildin'. They wildin'. Boy, they wildin'.
Well, they're having major trouble dealing with LeBron.
To D.I. I don't care about that.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Yes!
Kyrie Irving simply caught fire.
They love the Q. They love the Q. I'm nervous. I'm a nervous winner.
Here's James. Smith for the three.
Wow.
Rebounded by Logan.
They have a
Three ball will do just that.
My nigga, that's in the rules. Like, go check them. Go check it out. They trailing by 3 and got nothing but 3-point shooters. Put they ass. Let's go. No overtime. Nah. Nigga thought he was gonna get that dumb shit. Draymond?
Green gets the curve. Back to Green.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Tremendous work all the way down to the wire. We were just wondering what would happen next. Major drama. And we saw him go.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
What? Fat. Man, that's it, man. That's all you need. That's all the work you need. Oh, my son left. Sound he's about to go in with his mom's though. Oh no, my son is here. Yeah, that shit was lit. I woke up in a Bugatti. Yeah, that Jordan joint with the snake, right? Yeah. That ain't nothing new for him though. He been fly since forever.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. The crowd here in anticipation of their home team Cavaliers in an interconference match there at the Quicken Loans Arena. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut are down low. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Barnes with the three-switch. And despite some of the injuries over the years, Andrew Bogut still with the game's best.
Sound like you had an attitude. Nah, I didn't know that. I could do it down slow.
It's going to be 2 free throws. True contact on the shot.
Yeah, how about the body control there? Narrowly misses getting to this.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and 1 there.
And for Kyrie Irving, it had been a long time coming. Last season, he played in his first season with the Cavs. And until the unfortunate injury, he certainly made the most of it.
The offense, I mean, 3 of 4, solid start for this game.
Yeah, real nice shot selection there. I guess he's working as a
reach, but perhaps that is the case. Maybe he was trying to knock a bird off of the scoreboard.
He's about right. Because I still can't figure that out.
No birds. And there's the call on Jesus.
Wow.
That is his first foul of the game. And think again about the playoffs last year, Clark. They weren't all sunshine and roses for Irving. He had played through a tough leg injury in the conference semifinals, and of course the injury in the finals, the fractured kneecap, and he was lost.
Yeah, that was really painful to watch, seeing him go out for the rest of the playoffs. That fractured kneecap, freak injury, but he'll grow from it and be better.
Fires the 3. That's in there. The assist. Irving's got 5 points so far. That's to space. Back to Barbosa. Livingston dishes to space. Here's Barbosa. Flanking by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. On the wing, Irving. He's got 5. LeBron outside. Love kicks to Dellavedova. Love to pass to Irving. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense, but he's got the A-game rolling tonight.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And guys, everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfish way of giving the mantle of that team to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie ever be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq, Robinson did it for Tim Duncan. That's really what great players do.
59 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Iguodala, and he dunks it down.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. That was a nice job.
And that will be going to stay as he goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. And the Warriors making a change here. Clark's checked in. And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by James.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Livingston dishes to Azili. Spates kicks to Livingston. Mozgov with the steal. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And there's a whistle that goes on Ethan Clark. That's his first foul. 27 seconds left to play in the first. And there's the weapon from the road.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
It's rebounded by Livingston. Iguodala's drive. 4 seconds left. Misses the layup.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
For Cleveland, they've gone 2 for 2 in the game.
In the season, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
That one falls, so it's both of them. And they're scoring 3. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Jefferson out there with Kevin Love. And it's Thompson in at the 5 roaming the paint. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Steph Curry does so many things well, Clark, on the floor, but one area he had struggled with was turning the ball over.
Yeah, and after a slow start, Kevin, to the year in the turnover department, Curry was able to slowly right the ship.
Cleveland shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And Curry and his turnovers last year, a lot of it might have been getting used to a new system, but you can see he's also tightened up his play to reduce the giveaways.
Now here's Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And it's 6 points for Draymond Green.
You know, they've got to be careful not to give a shooter of his caliber open looks like that. 1 or 2 of those are all it takes to really get him going.
Here's Smith. He has 5. Jefferson passing to Smith. Just 4 to shoot. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
James checked in for Kevin Love. The Cavaliers leading by 3.
And, you know, Curry knew turnovers were a problem. How about his mom even instituted a fine on him. And so anytime he has more than 3 in a game, he owes his mom $100 per turnover.
They recover it. And they double up James. And a wide open look for Irving. And he gets it to go. Irving's got 10.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Oh!
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
And, you know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
Well, going back to Bogut when he's healthy, he's a very difficult matchup for any opponent. One of the great rebounders and defenders certainly in this game now. He also, though, gives you points from the blocks and with timely putbacks.
And, you know, he's become an unsung hero in a sense. Not the flashy guy who entered the league, but more of a very talented lunch pail kind of guy who simply wants to do his part.
Spates checked in for Andrew Bogut. And Green gets it to go.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
Here's Thompson. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for J.R. Smith. Here's James. 8 points for him. Oh! It's not possible what we just thought. Is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
And they double up James. The kick out to Irving. Dishes it to Dellavedova. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And the Cavaliers lead by 13. Cavs didn't start the season as a team built around the three, but they would end it that way.
Yeah, and after the trade for Smith and Shumpert, it changed their dynamic. All of a sudden, they could do a lot of damage from beyond the arc.
Here's LeBron. That's no good, but only his first miss in 6 shots. Out of bounds, Cleveland will take possession.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Love comes in for LeBron. And McRae subbed in for Irving. Dellavedova kicks to Love. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, the Cavs had a slow start to last season compared to how everybody thought they would play. Still, it was the best start for Kevin Love in his career and would end up being the most winning team he's played on. Says something about how long he's waited for success.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Rush. And it's Barbosa in for Ian Clark.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
And Love, who would also go on to make his first postseason appearance, played in the first round last year. It was a complete 180 for him in what he was used to at Minnesota.
And even though there were ups and downs for Love last season, you know that he must have enjoyed winning for a change. And being in the league so long without making the playoffs, he finally got a chance to play in the postseason.
Back to Iguodala. 3 seconds left. Cannot hit.
And the rebounding has been key.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Cavaliers ahead. They finish off the second quarter on a 20-6 run. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Cavaliers.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. And the players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight.
Excellent game we've seen from Kyrie Irving. 10 points and also 3 steals. This game is all about him right now.
Full domination mode, guys.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. And it's Barnes in the small forward position. And here are the Cavaliers now. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
That one goes. Count it.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Banked in off the glass.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
Timeout called, Cleveland. On our old partner, Steve Kerr also got a chance to coach the West All-Stars, and Greg, his record-setting debut season with the Golden State Warriors. Clark, he really hit a lot of big milestones early.
Well, none of us are surprised at his success.
No.
I mean, Steve will be the first to tell you it was because he was surrounded by excellent assistants. I mean, that's one of the underrated aspects of being a good coach is you've got to have a good staff, and Steve has that.
Excellent point. Well, LeBron had kind of a slow start to his season, his return to Cleveland last year.
Yeah, he got off to a bit of a slow start. He had some nagging-type injuries, but things turned around, and LeBron was eventually able to get the clubhouse atmosphere where he wanted.
The Cavaliers leading by 17. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And that atmosphere that LeBron was after, I mean, he described it as wanting a family-like atmosphere.
Curry outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
And to touch on the Cleveland atmosphere, you know, you could see as the season unfolded, it became a big part of what LeBron was able to accomplish in Miami, starting to work itself into that roster.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball. Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
J.R. Smith on the wing. Wide open. Rebounded by Bogut.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
And Jefferson sends it back. They get it back. And Thompson kicks to Green. Golden State moving the ball around. It's Thompson off the drive. Another shot. Not enough on that one as it misses. The Cavaliers leading by 16. Out to Smith. This one for three. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. That's 12 points for Smith.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
The drive by Thompson. Jefferson with some nice D. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And they double him up with LeBron. Out to Smith. Lets it go from deep. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially.
Oh!
How about that, Kevin?
What range on that shot!
Unbelievable.
That's amazing. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Love's checked in. And Golden State also making a change. Rush is checked in. And it's good. 15 points for LeBron.
And just a little bit ragged defensive.
Oh! The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
That's straight up Showtime stuff right there, baby. Major highlight reel material.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
That's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. McRae has come in for LeBron. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Different look here for the Warriors. Bazili's checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Draymond Green. Clark, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Here's Dellavedova, and he lays it straight in. Dellavedova's got 5 now.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
The Warriors shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Cavaliers on top, up by 15. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Now Curry. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Cleveland. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with McRae. And it's Smith in a small forward. Warriors trailed by 15. Curry with it. From deep. But they recover it. Now the pass to Bogut. Outside Curry. There's the triple. And he gets the bucket. Curry's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Warriors. And Love throws it down.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Here's McRae. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, had them to be as good.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
And let's go to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. He was not happy with their play to this point, telling them we're getting out hustle, plain and simple. There's still time, but we've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. It's really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've ran.
And that one's good.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014 and proved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
To the middle. And Thompson throws it down.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Barnes kicks to Bogut. Got a piece of it. And now the fast break Irving with the ball. Good. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds. It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever, but also of note, it was the first time they won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA.
Just too dangerous for a shooter to leave alone from beyond the arc.
Irving against Kerr. Stop the run. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. James has got his 6th rebound on the night. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. J.R. Smith checked in for Cleveland. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State. Irving double team. matchup in this one as the
Yo, what's up, man? Like, damn.
Sideline reporter, Doris Burke. This is Kevin Hart. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. Defensive stalwarts, Green and Boger down low. And it's Curry in the guard position.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Remember Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, the former #1 pick out of Minnesota. LeBron, he was the smallest of their brothers, and thereby took his lumps when they played hoops. But he said that challenge helped him to develop into the player he is today.
Cleveland shooting their first free throws of the game.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Klay Thompson, born into an athletic training. His father, the former #1 overall pick in the NBA draft, and Marcus Smart was a Division I volleyball player.
And you know, Thompson, despite those genes, was not a highly recruited player out of high school. Grew up in UCLA's backyard, but ended up playing college ball at Washington State.
Now it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off. Well,
Points with his first.
Down low.
Irving double team. Smith dishes to Jefferson. And a foul on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. You can get any number of things regarding the Warriors did well last year. They're playing on the road being one of them.
well, the Warriors were exactly road warriors all season long. Hit the ground running and finished with the league best 28 road wins.
And both free throws good for Jefferson.
And for the Warriors, they would go on several road trips undefeated last season. Still, the only time they looked vulnerable were games on the road.
And there's Stephen Curry on the assist for Green.
Merry Christmas. That was a big
Irving passes to Thompson. Inside. James. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And you know, with the Warriors on the road, they would occasionally dig a hole they couldn't get out of. Still, hard to critique a team that was so dominant in every facet of the game last season, even on the road.
Smith left side. Good try by James. Curry with the steal. Drops in the breakaway lane.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
James kicks to Irving. To the middle. First shot's good from Smith.
And that's the kind of lead pass we come to expect from him.
Barnes dishes to Green. And strong by LeBron. The shot is down against his big back to even.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Curry against Irving. Curry attacking Barnes.
No, that shit was
Good,
fake.
and Curry gets the assist.
Just too dominant in the low post to let him have the ball and hit that goal.
Really simple opportunity. That's his bread and butter there.
It's good from Irving.
It's a chance he could have a if they don't tee him up more tightly with the rim. Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense is too tall there.
Hamilton's on 4 of 5 from the field so far.
And it's not often that one of your enforcers is also one of your best three-point shooters. Such is the case with J.R. Smith. Everywhere he's gone, he's played both roles. Sometimes to the team's benefit, but others to its detriment.
Here's for Green. Does not find the mark. He's made 2, missed 1 now. There's the beat to Curry. Intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
All the games out for the Cavaliers. Moskov is checked in for Tristan Thompson. Love comes in for Jefferson. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Smith.
And you saw how quick the defense was already when they got hand in the face there and they didn't touch it.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Livingston no luck.
Major defensive lapse right there. This is not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
2 summers ago, all anyone could talk about was LeBron James.
Can I see your light, please?
It was unbelievable, the storyline. I mean, after all the acrimony between LeBron and the ownership as well as the fans, you know what? He said it best. He's feeling his back where he belongs. He's home. He's home.
McRae is checked in for 3-8. Ozil is checked in for Golden State. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. Nugala. There is the rebound. Shot to stop the run. Livingston. And yes, sir, that one drops.
Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
You know, for LeBron, he knew he had his work cut out for him in Cleveland. The younger team unseasoned in the playoffs, he had to remake the roster a bit and gain that experience.
Wow.
And that one's good.
And no matter who it is, that kind of ease isn't going to get it done.
Kept alive. Justin Robinson. Was shot by Spades. Throws Buddy around. And David Allen missing.
You might want to think about the Murray for a while. He's had chances to score. He's just not able to put them down.
That's good. To the paint. Here's Spades. Misses himself.
That's a 3. That's a 3.
Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
For Cleveland, they have shot 75% of the line tonight, going 3 for 4. Good on the second free throw. And he nails the third. Back in time. On the orders today as the first quarter comes to a close. Cavaliers lead by 8. And we'll be back in here to start the second quarter when we return. And now the second quarter is getting set to start. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
They came out with the purpose of playing forward, making the extra pass throughout that first quarter.
Guys, that is simply just good basketball. I mean, really good basketball. Total team effort out there.
And chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all filled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Golden State looking to dig. Here's the Splash Brothers carrying some spots. Barnes and it's Bogan at the 5. Over the paint.
Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and fight their way out of it. Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that if he wants to.
And you know, part of the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we probably have a 45-minute delay here. Shattered in the backcourt.
Here's Dellavedova. Following the basket by Kevin Love. Here's Barnes. A huge slam, but perfect end to the fast break.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points.
Don't tell me how quick that sequence will turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And the Cavaliers call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate. with superiority. Stay fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows that they're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially up towards the end of games. The physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Safe to say that J.R. Smith has never been short on confidence his entire career.
He's always been a guy who can actually play with confidence and back it up. He's not from the floor. He can take over games single-handedly.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
As for Smith and his confidence, last year even he said he's on pace to be one of the best shooters game as MVP, so obviously not lacking in belief and ability.
Here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by.
I'm not sure if I can agree with J.R. Smith's assessment that he'll be one of the greatest shooters of all time, but he's pretty deep into his career at this point. Maybe he's hoping for a Kyle Korver type of career after 30 years of age. He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Outside Curry. Thompson outside. And stolen by LeBron. To the inside. Unhindered going all the way.
Well, they're not going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. They've got to have the lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was unusual.
Here's Green. Got him with the pump fake, but it wouldn't finish. To Jefferson. Some nice passing by the football here. On target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Barnes. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 8 points for Barnes.
It started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
Outside Jefferson. Feeds it to Dellavedova. LeBron outside. And they double him up with LeBron. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Thompson. And the jump to finish it on by Beauty.
Throughout the punishment, that two-man go down.
Now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
LeBron drives in. There's the basket and can get a double-digit lead. And it's a 10-point Cleveland lead. Hey guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Cavaliers?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a kinetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full of problems.
To the paint. And stolen by Barnes. No one there. Curry is in. Let's go. And the 3 off target. The Cavaliers leading by 8.
Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon. I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012 after 2 seasons at Carolina. Remember also a high school teammate of Dougie McBuckets.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. Harrison Barnes, of course, with the North Carolina. Grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, interesting. His mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan. How about that?
I didn't know that.
Jordan that.
Shot goes off. Great take that time for him down. Here's Clark. And he uses the glass on the layup.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
And Rush continues to reboot out. Marshall with the block.
If they have a 2-for-1 situation, they go quick.
I think they really rush for aggress. He needs to find a quick shot this time.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break, how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Here's Rush. And good off the wing pass that time.
Start hitting a few of those mid-range shots and he can open up your whole game.
He got it up. He got it up. Wouldn't fall for him. That'll do it. Quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
LeBron giving him lots of trouble. He's got 13 points. Steals are starting to pile up for him also.
And Clark, he's really gotten into their heads because of it. These guys are on the lookout for him, always worried about where he is.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
It's as if he gets to the rim any time he wants. And that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points are coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
I feel the continuous with the regardless set. LeBron Thompson around right. And it's Jefferson in for small forward. That's the group in the second half for Toronto.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
And speaking of Irving's star status, last season a signature shoe in his name. I see that you and Parker wearing tonight. That's always a big deal. That's an elite club.
And only the true superstars get that kind of status. He's certainly got the flash to go with the substance.
Of all guys you want to leave open out in the room, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Warriors fight. And the wide open shot from Green. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. LeBron got 6 rebounds now in the game. And it's Barnes with the foul.
That's foul number 2 for him.
The great ones compensate by getting stronger and more physically imposing. Not to mention also that basketball IQ grows as well, just as has been the case for LeBron.
James effort. And the pass no good on that shot that time. LeBron got the lead up to 10 now for Cleveland. Talking about the strength of LeBron now. We saw Michael Jordan He paid a lot of attention to the bodies as they got older, and as they became more sculpted, they became more physical.
Exactly. Leaned up and altered their games with the not nearly as high flying, but just as potent and as effective.
And it's sent back high voltage. Thompson passes to Barnes. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Irving. And it's blocked by Curry. Here's Thompson. Shot misses. Good D by James.
I tell you what, shooting 20% to start the second half doesn't bode well for how this will play out this one.
Thompson sends it back. Denver able to recover. Pocket 6. Goes back up. Thompson dishes to Irving. Jefferson kicks to James. Smith outside. And Harrison Barnes with the foul. That'll be his third foul so far. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Dellavedova's checked in. Golden State also making some changes. Zero comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Barbosa in for Thompson.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years. With some really tough Western contests.
There were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, had them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began. Exactly. Catching up on the chin. He's just Tristan Thompson. Love comes in for LeBron. For Richard Jefferson. Now timeout called by Golden State.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014 and improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games this year, so that 16-game improvement is a key record for the Warriors.
It goes without saying, Warriors have franchise record all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever. But also of note was it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this NBA.
And the Warriors make a change here. Andrew Bogut just checked in for a zero. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. Thompson just checked in for Leandro Barbosa. Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston.
Guys, you know you're not going to hit that shot too often. That's high risk.
That bucket in and no time at all. Dellavedova's got 6.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships, at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
Warriors trail by 13, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
Letting in that lead a little bit. Wait a minute.
And the basket is still shaking.
I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Timeout call the Cavaliers. And here's a little back card going 3 players have recorded at least 2 triple-doubles in the NCAA tournament. They are Scooter Robinson, Andrew Johnson, and Draymond Green.
That's somebody good company for Draymond Green. He's a hard worker guy. You love if he's on your team. He can be an irritant if he's not with you, but continues to improve and prove his doubters wrong.
Cavaliers lead by 11. Dellavedova, the pass to Mozgov. Passes to McBride. Smith on the wing. gets double teamed. There's Marshall. Takes a big Mike Tyson goes in. Mozgov's got his first basket.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, we're going to keep getting
Mozgov with the block. That's good. Here's Dellavedova. 6 points for him. And it's Love, top of the key. Knocked away. And stolen by Barnes. It's three outside. Another three for Golden State.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the three in transition.
Into the third quarter, both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Cavaliers by 8. And fourth quarter basketball coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And the final period of play just about to start. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Thompson and Iguodala on the perimeter. Woodbine Green is out for his face. And Livingston heading to the one spot. And Griffin gets it to go on the assist by LeBron. James just got his fourth assist in this one.
And that's
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Maybe this is the best time to do it.
I mean, now you need to spark something electric to get your teammates fired up.
Perfect decision to Thompson. Just as he has a good look. That's how much has that done.
Hard to look at them from behind the arc.
3 of the last 5 games from behind the arc defense has to react quicker. And if that doesn't get you around you guys,
Big chest of the top door with us. A high far managed to get over that.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Space with the back. From deep three-point range. And this shot no good from the perimeter. Iguodala kicks to Thompson. And stolen by Irving. 3 on 3. And it comes off the rim with the high bounce.
it's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And he's going to be down where his lead got down now to just 6 in the basket from Thompson. It's LeBron. It's LeBron. LeBron's got 19 points.
It's such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, it's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they got to figure out how to contain it.
Fucking fake shit.
Defensive backcourt has been controlled. They have not had second chances. It's been about 1 and 2 for the most part. And I'm not talking about losing confidence.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there.
He misses the free. Good on the second free throw. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Now Irving. Ball in the shot. Go to the structure too.
Good game for Irving. He's got 10 points, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
Two shooters here for the Warriors. Hogan comes in for Mr. Healy. Gets over to him in front.
Well, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. So he's going to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Watch out. That's all his teammates.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
It's rebounded by Cleveland.
That shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen. Really good ball movement there in transition.
Dishes it to Thompson. Shots up a three. Down the Warriors with the rebound. LeBron gets 7 rebounds in the game. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Harrison Barnes just checked in for the Warriors. Timeout called Cleveland. They're up by 8. 1:33 left to play here on the board. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And the officials in a backcourt violation. Not interfering with it. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Right now, they don't seem to have an answer for the outside game this second half.
Here's Irving. Tipped away. Curry with the steal. And here's Barnes for three. No good. And the Warriors go the other way with it. Deep. And they recover. And another miss by Cleveland. Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're down by 5. 1:06 left for the fourth quarter. 1:06 left for the fourth quarter of this one. It's Curry with the drive. And foul called as this is over the line 2-2. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Curry is playing extremely well. 18 points, and he's 4 from beyond the arc. A weapon with those three-point shots.
You said it. His long-range jumpers are at an end. It's just a great rhythm. Whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
Well, he's an undersized center, but more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
This is a pretty green. Releases. And the shot is long. It's the Cavaliers with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Tips it up to LeBron. Right here from outside. And here we go at Thompson, running it up the court. Back to Curry. The trade. It's rebounded by Richard Jefferson. 7 different teams. One party game. No good for Irving. Timeout called the Warriors. They're down by 5. 13 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
And a quick bucket and a foul is really the only option at this point.
And the important thing about the foul is who you foul. They don't want to send a top-notch free thrower to the line if they can avoid it.
That's a tiny lead for him.
Yeah, but a chance to make it real here.
It falls.
Well, they have major trouble dealing with LeBron.
Curry kicks to Johnson. On deep three-point range. LeBron with some nice deep. And so it's pretty good in touch on top. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a good job making sure it didn't get away from the lane.
Yeah, they got pushed down the stretch, but they did what they needed to do and held their ground when it mattered most.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Holland saying thank you for tuning in. So long. This is Kevin Holland alongside Brigham and Clark Kellogg. All play advantage goes to the Cavaliers playing here at Cricket Loans Arena. So Golden State will get the first possession. And now the
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
And here are the Cavaliers. It's a 5-point game.
He was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012 after 2 seasons at Carolina. Remember also in high school he was a teammate of Dougie McBuckets.
LeBron drives in. Shot is off.
And typically he has to touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that point.
And that one's good. Barnes has got his second bucket.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
LeBron dishes to Thompson. Back to James. And the assist. Irving's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the blue ball. Just over a minute and a half here in this one. Curry kicks to Thompson. And another three for Golden State.
You know, you got to have success when you start shooting 80% from the game. So, early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Bringing against LeBron. And they double him up with LeBron. And the Warriors from him. That's good. Irving's got 6.
Really solid so far, fellas. Good start to the game.
You can point to any number of things, Clark, the Warriors last year.
The Warriors were exactly road warriors all season long, partner. Hit the ground running. This is the league best 28 road win.
And although he doesn't quite get the block, he does get the midfield in terms of his ability to also shot.
Well, almost as effective as a block. I mean, made a complete change at release point. I think that goes the first.
Oh my God.
And for the Warriors, they look down several road trips undefeated last season. So the only time they look vulnerable in games on the road.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Budge checked in. Spates checked in for Golden State. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. Irving kicks it out. Curry with the steal. And here we go, Thompson running it off the court. Curry can't get it to go.
That's a golden opportunity to finish on the ring.
Just love it. You got to make that shot. It's plain and simple. You got to knock that one down. And, you know, with the Warriors on the road, they would occasionally dig a hole they couldn't get out of. Still, hard to critique a team that was so dominant in every facet of the game last season, even on the road.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Mozgov just checked in for Jefferson. McCray is coming in for Smith. And it's Gabby Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Then for the Warriors. This is Taylor just checked in for Green. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry.
Exquisite ball move.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off the rim.
He had his hand on the sleeve.
Barbosa continues to his healing. Pass to States. Iguodala outside. Here we go. Into free
Bit by bit, though, he refined his game over the years, except in the one category, free throw shooting. And in that one area, he was much better in the first 5 years of his career than he has been the last.
Five on the clock. James left side. And there's Moscow. That's good on the assist by James. James just got 3 assists now on this one. And when we're talking about Iguodala's free throw shooting, it really is an area that's become so efficient, Clark, in every other area of his game. But last year, in his 11th season, he shot the second worst percentage of his career.
Sometimes it's simply a matter of confidence. You miss it when it gets into your head, and before you know it, the harder you try, the worse it gets.
Left block. Lob outside. And no good trying to hit that one. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Cavaliers ahead. leading by 6. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Just a moment. What do you got to say so far about the offensive approach for the Cavaliers?
They definitely had a high hand for three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Also, what passing we've seen from him here early. I mean, there could be a big number in this column if this keeps up.
The Cavaliers lead by 6. So on before the Golden State to begin the second quarter. Leading the 4 with Bogan at the 5. Here's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots, and it's Barnes in the small forward position. Cleveland's gone 3 of 6 tonight, and they've let it fly from downtown.
Last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often will fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
Curry on deep three-point range. Again, who's missing? Thompson right side. Curry with the steal. And here we go. Thompson brings down the breakaway slam.
How about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the guy in there.
We've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Yeah, one spot the Cavs did struggle with last year was help off the bench. They won last in the league in bench scoring.
And the Warriors making a change here. Livingston's checked in. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Livingston. And he gets the bucket. He is not scoring with a lot of the bench. A big part of that is they just didn't go to the bench very often.
Well, you talk about the Cavs and the bench near the bottom and total bench minutes played. The bench didn't have a lot of firepower. Didn't shoot the ball well. And considering they got limited minutes, oftentimes struggle to find any kind of rhythm out there.
The Cavaliers are on 1-3 to start on the second quarter. Smith with the pass to Rubin. It's stolen by Bogan. And here we go. Fast break. Barnes has got it. Takes it up with both hands and just rips it down.
Hey guys, got careless with the ball there. There's a turnover. Big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Here's Thompson. Following the basket by Kevin Love. Up 3. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got 8.
Well, here in the second, now it's listed. They're showing some signs of life offensively.
Steady start. They're back on track.
He's picking up right where it's left off in the first quarter.
That's what the box score says, but still, anybody's game.
So screen from Thompson. Smith with a one. Yes, that's been picking up the assist.
You can't hear that kind of a look.
Well, he came off with good screen, but still, as a defender, got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Some of Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the senator because of the way he carries himself. And, a very level-headed, dignified young man, and just he has an air about him.
Love. Moving gets the line. And the call will be against Sean Henderson. James checked in for Kevin Love. And then for Golden State, Spates checked in for Bogut. Washington's in for Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Johnson. Irving drives in. Loose. And that will be, as it goes out of bounds, Cavaliers continue possession. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Johnson. McCray has come in for Richard Jefferson. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Then for the Warriors, Brady Iguodala is checked in for Draymond Green. And Ian Clark subbed in for Sean Livingston. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, one of the more impressive things that we know about LeBron James is that he is one of the great leaders in the NBA. His voice carries a lot of weight, and he hasn't been shy about raising his voice on social issues either. Good to see.
He is the second for the line. And speaking of LeBron's leadership, trying to build this Cavs team to a title, one of his greatest challenges
The expectations are just so high. He may have had less talent around him in his first stint in Cleveland, but after winning titles in Miami, anything less seems like a step backwards. They are just killing him on the infield.
You can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, if his members are just not aggressive enough, you got to play with some physicality in the game. I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up. Somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
And that one's good by Clark.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Mozgov with it. And it's Iguodala picking him up. James the pass to McCray. James picking up the assist. LeBron got 6 assists now in the game.
Wow, got that one off right in the face for the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
The assist totals, Devin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset we need in these teams.
He dishes it to Dellavedova. Pass to James. Iguodala with the steal. And now running up the court. Rush, pushing it all the way.
Get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth. And foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And so Clark nails both of them.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Smith. No good. Trying to beat the buzzer. And the so far.
Irving giving them lots of trouble. He's got 11 points and he's sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
This is really production personified tonight.
And the first ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and then we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and somebody hasn't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, but
we've got a little up the floor. Comes you by Gatorade all fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Cleveland. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Thompson are up front, and it's Jefferson in at the small forward. And we look at Draymond Green, he's got it down the line with his numbers. His numbers is hard. Green's a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo at Michigan State saying he ate those exact things, and it gives so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about it. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors now. Steve's Warriors.
Feeds to Bogut. Curry wide open. Another miss by Curry. Jefferson. Now James. He's got six. Six to shoot. 11 feet away. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
Ceiling from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
Kevin Love's checked in for 3 feet. The shot by Curry. No good.
Sometimes we all just want to show people that they have a ring.
Yeah, speaking from experience, we already know how good his range is. Every time from that deep.
Just reliable guys. Just always trying to make the right play.
Smith outside. Irving for 3. Rebounded by Irving. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins to offense, that their defense, G, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. They let the opponents field goal percentage last season. And some nights, the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed it.
Irving with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Irving gives it to Rock. That's been picking up the assist.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Look for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from the man.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Here's Irving, following the score by Golden State. And that one's good.
And you know what, the Warriors go beyond the stats. High character guys, tremendous culture. They had a lot of guys that could guard multiple positions and defend as well. That was a big reason they became champions.
For the Cavaliers, Mozgov just checked in for Thompson. For Frey has come in for Richard Jefferson. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Smith. Then for the Warriors, Festus Ezeli comes in for Andrew Bogut. And Tim Dollar in for Barnes. Here's Mozgov.
He earned his money. That foul.
Yeah, if you go to foul, then make sure they don't get a chance with the air one.
The Cavaliers should have touch the filter line tonight. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Kirk Curry. Mozgov hits them both. 1:33 left to play in the third. Golden State's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Livingston hits the green. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Green's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And you just look at this Warriors roster, and there are a ton of defensive playmakers. That ability to stretch everything and be fine is what made them so tough on the defensive side of the ball.
Love, no up.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Green passes to Thompson. And it's destroyed by Kyrie Irving.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
And Iguodala gets it to go in, and it's assist by Green. And that's now 6 points for Iguodala. Irving drives in, and the rejection by Ezeli. The Cavaliers pull it in. We got 22 seconds left here in the third quarter. Irving passes to Jimmy Gray. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Iguodala kicks to Thompson. Three-pointers off the mark. And now the Cavaliers. It's great. It's tipped. And that's the third quarter. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is up to new rules. Here's LeBron. Outside Jefferson. It's Thompson off the drive. Can't connect from short range.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be. He is so strong in the paint.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, they've got Rush. He and Clark out there with their third. Then there's Maurice Spates. And it's Barnes in the power forward. Curry with the steal. To the inside. Wants to get the spins and does. Curry can't get it to go.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Andrew Bogut checked in for Golden State. Now here's Curry. And again, here by Golden State.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed out.
Here's Barnes. Oh, he misses the dunk.
Rarely see him miss this and dunk. The defender was right in his face on that one. Oh, just enough.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the league bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Thompson just in for the Warriors. Green is checked in for States. And it's Barbosa in.
They could have used the perfect trip to the line there. Instead, they're still down 2 possessions.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Thompson loose. Here's Thompson.
Yo, what the fuck?
On the assist by Curry. And the Warriors lead by 8. Alfred Johnson, he was straight off the bench, you're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. He earned some sixth man of the year consideration.
And deservedly because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career high 55% from the floor.
And the Cavaliers are tied here. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. An MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us, and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake out of the Gibson group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
Let's go quickly over to Boris for an update.
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach is saying to his team. They're getting out shot from the perimeter. He told them, we've got to close out Denver on the outside shooters. These threes when they get it. Kevin, and they tighten their D.
Timeout call for Warriors. The short rest very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team. While having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade, replenish your energy for the late game push. Warriors leading by 6. Look at that shot! To one. And here we go with Curry leading at the point. Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Warriors.
Takes possession.
You know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
And the Warriors making a change here. Thompson's checked in. The whistle blows. It's going to be Andrew Bogut. That's his first foul. The Cavaliers trail by 12. looking at him. Pass to Curry. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Curry's got 14 points now in the second half. Here's Irving. That's McMillan. That gives him 7 field goals and 13 tries.
Really aggressive play there to get to the rack against the big guy.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Not sure what the Eagles can do. Clearly, great run. They can afford to give it back right him. That good look.
Just to go from beyond the arc.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. But let's see now, though, he needs to go. He had 6 points for long range for the first half, but nothing's falling here since. No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter to turn the story.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. And this shot no good from the break.
And at this point, just sort of running through the pieces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Warriors.
The big advantage was points in the paint.
Well, they pounded that ball inside, Kevin, and operated down low to work for him consistently.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Stephen Curry. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
Here's Bogut. Following the basket by Draymond Green. Barnes passes to Bogut. Jumps up a 3. And that's good. Steph Curry for 3.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with the spurt.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow. You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know, he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Here's Irving. Green with the block. Thompson this outside. Misses for 3. And on the way from Irving for 3.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This was a very strong showing for the Warriors. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel pretty good about. And let's face it, anytime you can go out and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. It's an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
to